Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're here to do layout number 4 for Mini Kit Monday, October 2019. I am going to use this full piece of paper right here as my background. It's only going to pop out at the top and the bottom of my page because for this one, the papers that were left, remember this month we are doing a 4 for 4 series, and the papers that are left are 2 4x12s and a 6x6. So I am just going to kind of butt them up together. I am going to ink the edges that are showing with this Sugar Plum ink right here by Close to My Heart. I'm just going to ink the bottom edge of the striped one and then the top edge of that pink one with that. I thought it would kind of help it tie it in, but you know what? It doesn't really add much anything. You can't hardly see it. But what happened is I did end up stamping some butterflies that I wanted to put on here, and that is the color of ink I used. So I kind of wanted just to have a little bit more of that light pink in. It's more of a light pink like the diagonal striped background, and it actually might be just a little bit lighter than that. So even though this is layout number 4 for Mini Kit Mondays, I'm also doing it as a challenge over at A Cherry on Top. It is a challenge, I think it's called 3 in a row, and I chose one of the rows that had butterflies, glitter, and 2 or more patterned papers. So this is also going to be for that challenge. I was going to use both of those branding strips on here, but I do just end up using the blue one, and here of course I am inking it again. This one you can't hardly tell I inked it either. I wasn't going over, I wasn't inking a lot, just barely touching it because I didn't want it to be too bold, I guess. I go ahead and pull out my title, and it is Slide. I wasn't really sure where I was going to put it. I thought about putting it in kind of that circular bit up at the top right, but I don't end up doing that. I end up moving my photo cluster over to the left a little bit, and just enough room to have that title sit right there on the right hand side of the photo. I feel like I've been doing titles either curved or sideways like this here recently. Now this is where it gets kind of rough for me. I didn't hardly have any embellishments left to choose from. So right there, I was just going through some pieces that I might be able to use. I still have all those tickets left, but on this particular layout, well, not even this layout, it's just with this whole kit, I was able to use it on one of the layouts, but when I try to use them on this one, it was too much of a difference between the cream of the tickets and the white of the paper. Right there, I was showing you the butterflies that I had stamped, and I added some of that copper paint too. I'm going to go ahead and take my big shot out to cut those out. Butterflies are a pretty simple icon. Probably I could have just fussy cut it, but since I have the die, why? Right there, did you see those tickets? In my wrap up, I am going to kind of show you the comparison between the whiteness of the paper and the creaminess of those tickets. I thought I would get a little bit of use out of these thickers. I just pulled the stars out and put them on there. I'm going to end up taking those away. Those are thickers that were from a Chamel collection. Here I pull out the 3x4 cards, and I'm trying to find a way, and this piece right here is actually a piece of a excuse me, 3x4 card that I had punched out in a ticket type shape. But I was having a hard time finding what I was going to use to make the base of my clusters. I will end up, see the circle punch over there on the right hand side, I will end up punching circles out of a few of those 3x4 cards. This is one of the labels I have left. See, here I'm trying to pull in one of those tickets. You can kind of see how the difference of the color is with this. Even that label, the difference is a little bit noticeable, but it's such a small bit, and it's also bordered with that copper, that bold copper color. To me, it's just not as noticeable. I'm going to go ahead and punch this love heart out with the circle punch, and I'm going to use that as an embellishment piece. That ticket piece that I put up at the top, I am going to end up ripping that up. You can see I keep going back up there because I don't know, I just don't like the way that looks. I am pulling out this journaling card. This is one of the 3x4 cards. It has something up at the top. No, it doesn't. I fibbed. I'm going to put something up at the top. For some reason, I thought that I had covered something up there on it. Apparently, no. I'm mistaken. I am going to go ahead and start, this is where I should go ahead and decide to use the punched circles as my circle, or as my base of my clusters. I just put one under that butterfly down at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and pull these up because I don't know, it's just too bold, I guess, with the floral piece. I did cut just a tiny bit of one of those into a circle shape. It's not even enough to be a whole circle, just so I have a little color right there. What was happening is the way I wanted to position my butterfly, you could see the corner of that paper sticking out underneath him, and I didn't really like that. So I just needed to put a little piece of paper under there. So I, cut it into a kind of a circle and stuck it up under there. Here I'm punching out some more circles to go ahead and start the base down there on the left hand side. I'm going to go ahead and do it also up here at the top. Right, like here, I did kind of rip this up a little bit because I had originally went ahead and committed to it and put foam tape under it. What was happening is, you saw here all of a sudden, I just started sticking things down. I was kind of reprimanding myself. I was like, Becky, look, you need to start sticking stuff down and stop pushing stuff around the page, because you don't have any more embellishments in this kit. You're just gonna have to work with what you have. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna get it done. And so I started just sticking them down. Here I am gonna use this label, but I'm gonna stick it over on the left and the right hand side. I end up cutting it in half and kind of using it on that same. I don't know if I care for that feature, but that is what I did with it. And this was around the time when I'm like, you need to get it done, girl. Stop playing around. Here I am going to put down a piece of crochet thread that's tied into a bow, and then I'm going to take some of the little bits of crochet thread that I have left and stick a little bit in each of those cluster areas. I'm going to go ahead and take out my metallic watercolors that I had gotten off of Etsy and give that a little splatter around the page. Now I had already splattered on those butterflies because I wasn't actually planning on using the watercolor on this one. That was kind of an afterthought. After I got everything glued down, I was like, this needs something else. So that's why I went ahead and pulled that out again and gave it some more splatters. After I do that, guys, I am not going to do anything else this layout. I want to remind you to go check out Traci, Dollie, Kathy, Daisy, and Shannon. And I will see you next time. November Mini Kit Monday is coming up soon. Bye, guys.